This is Lisa from Diamonds and Stitches, and I am going to do a sip, whip, and chat today. I'm going to continue doing my Serene Siren Triptych, and today I thought, hey, let's do the AB diamonds. So see those? See how pretty they are? I'm going to be doing those. They are symbol V in here, which is number 137, which is truly number 22 in my storage system. And so I thought that we would get together today and put a few of those in so we can see what they look like and have a little chat. It's been a while since I was able to upload a diamond painting video because a couple of weeks ago, I got that icky, dreaded, yucky flu. And I just went down. I mean, I don't know if any of you have had that. If you've caught it. My daughter works in medical and she said that they've just been seeing a ton of people with this flu. And yeah, so anyways, it was funny because the day that I got sick, I actually was feeling great that weekend. It was a couple of weekends ago, actually 2 weekends ago today. And I was feeling great, and we had gone and done some pictures with my daughter and her boyfriend and my little grandbaby and myself and my boyfriend. And we had some pictures taken from this really sweet girl that does some sessions throughout the year. And she's in such high demand. Her photos are fantastic. And seriously, she does 15-minute or 10 to 15-minute little mini sessions. And she whips you in and out. But oh my gosh, the photos are just fabulous. So anyways, we were sitting out in a field with one of the mountains in the backdrop. And just the pollen has just been flying around and icky. And anyways, so I kind of thought that it was allergies. And then she brought out a blanket for us to sit on. And I am allergic to cats. I like cats. Oh, I love kittens. But I am really highly allergic to them. And when we sat on the blanket, I didn't really feel anything. But you know, later that night, I was having a hard time breathing and I just wasn't feeling good and yeah, not up to myself. And so I thought, well, maybe she had a cat and, you know, that lives at their house and it was on that blanket and whatever. Well, so I thought, okay, well, I'll take a Benadryl and, you know, sleep and feel better the next day. Oh no, I woke up on Monday morning and I was just, oh, I don't think that I've felt so bad in a really long time. I had this, you know, the cold sweats, the hot sweats. I just was not feeling good. And so, of course, I called in sick. I actually called in sick 3 days, which again is highly unlike me. And I still am kind of getting over it. And it's been 2 weeks. And so anyway, I called in sick. Well, my little grandbaby was not feeling great either. And so she stayed home on Monday from school and we pretty much snuggled in my bed all day and, she watched Netflix while I slept. Well, every once in a while, you know, she would go out and she'd get popsicles, for her sore throat and eat them and, you know, everything was great, and she threw her garbage in the garbage. Everything was great. Well, then, I don't know, it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and this worried little, I'm sound asleep, and this worried little face looks at me, and of course, you know, I wake up, because you know how it is when you feel somebody staring at you. So I wake up, and I look, and she's like, Grammy, with this really worried look on her face, and I'm like, yes, baby, and she goes, is it okay if popsicle sticks go down the toilet? And I kind of, you know how you're half asleep and you're not quite awake. And I'm like, no, baby, they don't go down the toilet. And she goes, oh. And now I'm sort of, you know, kind of waking up, realizing the worried look on her face, you know, things are cluing in, and I hear the toilet and it's running and it's in my master bedroom. And I'm like, oh, good night, nurse. So I look at her and I go, PP, did you flush a toilet stick or a popsicle stick down the toilet? And she goes, yes. And I said, did it go down? And she goes, yes. I said, is it still in the toilet? And she goes, I think so. And I said, honey, did you flush it? And she goes, yes. And I'm like, okay, so is the popsicle stick still in the toilet? And she goes, no, I don't see it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. No, I am not dealing with this. So I'm like, I'm sure it's okay. And she's now, you know, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, you know what, honey? It's okay. Accidents happen. Then we have to go through the list of exactly what you can flush down the toilet. Because if you'd watched a previous video, my granddaughter has some special uniquenesses, and one of them is that she is extremely literal, and she's 8 years old. She's, you know, whip smart, and but I don't know, I guess she just was on the potty while she was finishing her popsicle. I don't know. And in her head, just it seemed right. I don't know, you know, sometimes who knows what's going on in an 8-year-old's mind. So anyways, you know, we then had to literally talk about the things that can go down the toilet. And all's out well, you know, and again, I wasn't feeling good for 2 days. So, you know, then my bathroom became off limits because, you know, and here I am, I'm texting my boyfriend, do we have a snake? And he texts me back and he's like, what kind of snake? Because the joke is that I hate snakes. And so now he's a little worried because he's like, why are you looking for a snake? And I'm like, no, you know, one of those toilet snakes. I'm like, do I still have one of those? Because when I got divorced, you know, things were there and then things weren't. And I don't know. And between our two houses, we kind of split things every once in a while. And I explained to him very, very briefly, you know, because it was taking me forever to text. And very briefly what had happened. And he's like, oh, just plunge the toilet. And I'm like, yeah, hun, it's a popsicle stick. Like, I don't think that I can plunge that through the pipes. Like, is it going to go around the... I have no idea. So anyway, yeah... Long story short, 2 days I was not feeling great, and so, you know, I didn't do anything about it. And so yeah, I did manage to plunge it, and it seems to be fine. We'll find out in the future whether or not, you know, something gets backed up in there and it causes a problem in the future. Who knows? Anyways. That was so yeah, so I wasn't feeling great. And then, you know, then it was the Memorial Day weekend for us in the States. And my boyfriend was working in Portland for a few weeks. And so I drove out there to see him, which is typically a 2.5-hour drive from Seattle. And, but given the holiday weekend, it was more like a 4.5-hour drive. And of course, I'm still not feeling great. And I was all excited, you know, that we would be able to do some things while we were in Portland and go sightseeing. And yeah, other than me going to a craft shop, cross-stitch shop, in Portland called Acorns and Threads, which if you're a cross-stitcher and you have the opportunity to go to Portland, and I highly recommend this store, Acorns and Threads. It is a fantastic little place, and the shop owners are lovely, And, I mean, I could have spent all day in there, but because I wasn't feeling well, after 40 minutes, I was like, yeah, I truly am going to have to leave. Well, then on my way back to the hotel, because my boyfriend was working on Saturday, and so I had Saturday all to myself, and I was going to go to Voodoo Donuts, because who doesn't like a good donut? If you have a Tot Pot or Krispy Kremes or, okay, Dunkin' Donuts, Tim Hortons, Voodoo Donuts, I'm not even kidding, we'll beat all of those. Like, we'll beat them all. And but I just didn't have the energy to go and stand in a line. And so then on my way back way to the hotel room from the craft shop, I stopped at Nordstrom Rack, because other than diamond painting and cross-stitching, shoes and purses are my next love. And I don't pass up too many opportunities to go shopping for shoes and or purses. And, you know, of course, given the holiday weekend, there were some great sales that were happening. And so I went into Nordstrom Rack, I spent my time, and I found 2 great pairs of shoes for myself for spring, summer, and I found a pair for my little PP. For those of you who don't know why I call her PP, capital P, it's a nickname we gave her. We call her Pretty Princess, or Princess Pants, or Pumpkin Pants, or did I say Pretty Princess? Pretty Princess. I don't know. There's quite a few little acronyms or names that we use for the letters PP, and because we don't put her on social media, and we don't put her name out in social media, just so that, you know, we protect her a little bit more, just because, you know, people are weird. So anyways, I found a pair of shoes for PP and myself, and then I went up to the line, and I kid you not, the line was so long, and I looked at it, and I thought of the time that I spent finding a parking spot on a holiday weekend in a strange city that I'm not familiar with, and you know, the time that I spent looking for the shoes, trying on the shoes, you know, fighting for a space to get to the shoes, that whole deal. And then looking at the line, I put my shoes in a cart and I walked out the door. You guys, that just shows you how sick I was, because I'm a shopping warrior. Like, I'm a shopping warrior. After I gave birth to my first son, I was shopping for groceries the next day, like after I'd been released from the hospital. So what, 2 days or 3 days after he was born. So, you know, I'm a shopping warrior. And so, yeah, sick. I just was not feeling good. So that kind of sucked. So we ended up staying in our hotel for the whole weekend, which suited my boyfriend just fine. And, cause he was tired from work, but yeah, we didn't get to do a whole lot. So hopefully he'll be going again and I'll be able to do it all over again. But in the meantime, I also didn't have any energy to diamond paint or put any videos together either. And I brought some of my stuff to Portland with me, because I was like, oh, well, not only will I diamond paint and cross stitch, but I'll also, you know, get a video together and do that. Yep. Nope. And it just did not happen. There was a lot of sleeping though. And, yeah, that's the story I've got for my icky, sicky 2 weeks. And miraculously, nobody else in my family got it. Or at least not that we've noticed is a big deal. So that's good, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, these AB Diamonds, I'm not even joking. This is the very first time that I have used AB Diamonds, and they are gorgeous. Like the sparkle next to a regular diamond is so different. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get some more wax on here. Yeah, I think so. Just a moment here. Put some more wax on here. Can I just tell you how much I love these little hearts? I mean, I love the heart wax. I do. I love the heart wax. And every diamond painting I do, I use a new wax because I mean, not only do I have a lot because, you know, 2 comes in each kit for Diamond Art Club, but also every kit that you buy, it comes with a toolkit that has a wax in it. And sometimes the waxes are small and sometimes the waxes are really large. And I can honestly say that I have never run out of wax. And I used to hoard them. Like I hoard my trays. So I have probably 40, maybe even 50 trays, little green trays, which also means that I have 40 to 50 pens, which, yikes. But then that also means that I have 40 to 50 pieces of wax. So, and yeah, no, I used to hoard them because I'm like, oh God, I might need those because I might run out. And I don't think I'm in danger of running out. And so not only do I not keep my diamonds from paintings unless it is Diamond Art Club, I throw them out. If they're Diamond Art Club, I keep them because they're just a nicer quality, they seem to be. And so I keep what is left over in the event that I might need them for either a non-Diamond Art Club painting, or if in the event, which it has never happened to me yet, but in the event that Diamond Art Club doesn't have enough diamonds in one of the paintings, I have some extras, so I don't have to, you know, email them and say, hey, can I get some more because I didn't get enough. So, but all of my other diamond paintings, gems, or what do we call it? Oh my goodness, the diamonds, I throw them out because I don't truly need them again. And yes, but anyways, what was I saying? Something about the wax. So yes, so when I'm finished with a diamond painting kit and the wax, either there's very little left over or it's so mangled and whatever. And I'm starting to think that I'm going to put it in a pot, one of those little tiny pots. I think I might do that in the future. Let's see if there's any more. There's a few up here. Let me turn this around. There's a few up here. So I might do that in the future, and then, you know, when the little pot of wax is kind of done and yicky, scrape it out, put some new stuff in, and yeah. So what do you guys do with all of your like excess waxes and trays and pens? Like, I'm stumped. I have all of these things and I don't know what to do with them. You know, like, I don't make my own pens, and you know, there's only so many little green trays that I need, and I only work one color at a time. I have been watching some YouTubers recently that have that really cool, what is it? Well, it's not really a container. I guess it's a tray, right? That you can put several 5 or 7 or 9, I don't really know, of these trays in, and then you put your, your little storage pot in the little hole, and then you put your tray in, and then you can put it on your table, and as you're doing a section, you don't have to put your diamonds back and put some new diamonds in. You just go from tray to tray to tray. That seems like a fantastic idea. I know me, I am truly a klutz, and I can only work on one thing at a time. I managed to spill my drills even just in my own hand. And so I can't imagine having, you know, a tray of stuff on the table or on the floor next to me, or even in my bed, and spill them all over the place. So again, I just use one at a time. It works for me, and really then it's one less thing for me to buy, and more money towards diamond painting kits, right? So win-win, I guess. The only other thing that I have started buying was, I am starting to buy some diamond painting pens, and I think I showed them already. I think I'm all done with these AB diamonds in this section. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So we'll go on to another color in a minute here. Have a little sip of stuff. Actually, what I'm drinking is coffee today. Well, not really coffee. It's flavored water, as I like to call it. It is it's just a flavored mocha that I drink, and nothing exciting, but I like it, and so that's what I'm drinking today, even though it is the middle of the afternoon and it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and yeah. Yummy. Okay, what color is next? Let's see here. What is a nice big gloop of color? P, which is 20. It's kind of a mint green, number 20, which is symbol P on this one. Oh, and this one has a friend. Sometimes you'll get these diamond painting, or the resins, and they will have a friend that wants to jump in and be a part of the crowd. And so let's get this little red guy out of there. I'm not sure what color he is. He's not even close to. Yeah, he's not even close. He was just a random little hitchhiker getting in there. Silly. All right. Yeah, so anyways, back to my diamond pens. So, you know, okay, I'm very competitive. I am a very competitive person. And I did put more wax in there, didn't I? Yes, I did. Gosh, you guys, I'm still sick. Like, I just still can't quite get myself together. Sorry. And if I repeat myself again, sorry. It's gonna happen. Lose my train of thought. Peas. I know that there's a whole bunch up in here. So anyways, I had seen some people who were showing these like gorgeous diamond painting pens that were made from polymer clay. I think it is polymer clay, and a couple of Etsy sellers. And I was like, oh, yes, please. I like that. And frankly, after a while while I like the grippy, and the grippy is great, I am allergic to plastic and whatever that they put in there. And so every once in a while, my fingers get red and chappy, and they hurt. So when I found that these diamond pens were made from like basically a different product, I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll try that. So I went online and I did purchase, and I don't remember who the seller was on Etsy. And weirdly enough, when I got the 2 pens that I bought, there was no business card in there or, you know, thank you for your business, which is really odd. Like I'm all about customer service, and yeah, so anyways, it just wasn't in the packaging when I bought it. So, now unless I went on my Etsy, I wouldn't know who the seller was. So unfortunately, now also you notice that I am using one of Diamond Art Club's pens. That's because the 2 pens that I bought from this Etsy seller, I have misplaced somewhere, somehow. I don't know what has happened. It's not with any of my diamond painting stuff. It's not in my kits. It's not, I really and truly have no idea what happened to them. And I've been looking for like 2 weeks, really 2 weeks for my pens. I have no idea where they are. But in the meantime, I was watching somebody's YouTube video, diamond painting video, and they had the most beautiful diamond painting pen that they were working on. And in their description, they said who they had got this pen from. And it's Diamond Pens with a Z, P-E-N-Z, on Facebook. And so I promptly got myself invited into the group, and they have auctions. No, not auctions. Well, yeah, they do have an auction, but it's sales, like sales every couple of days. And they post, you know, a bunch of pens for that day, and you express an interest in it, and then the person draws by random name generator, and you find out if you win the pen. So it's kind of like a lottery system, I guess, in a way. And again, I'm highly competitive, so I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'm all over that. You know, because it's really hard. It's hard to, you know, be the first person in the line, you know, especially when you work, or, you know, your kid needs attention, or you're driving carpool, or that's the time that you're going grocery shopping. And so, you know, when somebody has a sale at 3 o'clock, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're available at 3 o'clock and can't be the first person to always, you know, put your name in order to buy something. And so I actually kind of like this system. I like this system a little bit, just because, I mean, it's fun, and, you know, you have a couple of hours to express an interest. You can express an interest on every single pen, and you only get to win one, or you only get drawn for one that you win. And I'm guessing that if your name comes up in the second generator, in a second pen, no, wait. Yeah, I guess if you already got a pen from the random name generator, and then it happens on another pen that you expressed an interest in, I'm guessing they must go to the next person, because you're only allowed to win one pen, and then they have an auction in the same sale, and whoever has the highest bid for that. So you potentially can get 2 pens in one sale if your name is drawn for the random name generator and you win the highest bid for a pen. And then they also do customs. So I've got my name on the list for a custom, because the first couple of sales that I was in, my name never came up, and I was a little discouraged, because again, that highly competitive soul that I have, and I just, you know, and people were like, oh, this is my, you know, 5th pen that I've gotten, yay, and I'm like, huh, I just would like one. I mean, you already have 5. Can you not just like let one person have one? That would be nice. And so anyways, this, I just feel that it's, you know, a little bit fairer and more even for people who just cannot always be at that place, you know, when a sale comes up. So long story short, I've been in, I don't know how many sales that they've had, and I've got 2 pens, one from 2 pens from 2 sales that I entered out of probably the 4 or 5 that I've entered. And I won 2 beautiful pens. One is a complete surprise. It was in the surprise sale. You only got to see what the blank was. Goodness, somebody's got their music on super, super loud in the neighborhood. Sorry. Like really loud. So anyways, one is going to be a complete surprise. All I know is kind of what the shape of the pen is, not what the color is at all. So I'm so looking forward to that because I love a good surprise. And then there was a sale on Friday, I think. And I did win a pen. I got chosen from the name generator for a pen in that one as well. And, you know, it's a good strategy because you only put your name in for the pens that you really want and are happy to buy. And, you know, you don't get caught up in buying something that you don't want because you have thoughtfully, you know, looked at all the pictures, you've had time to think about it, and then, you know, put your name in for what you would like. So I don't know. Anyways, I kind of am happy with the outcome, and looking forward to my 2 pens. They're a company based in Canada, and I am from Canada, and I think I saw that they were from Ontario, and that's where my family's from. So all over the place. It was kind of like it was meant to be. So so I am really looking forward to those 2 pens coming, and I think that there's another sale tomorrow, Sunday. That would be, we'll see what they have in there. And then I'm looking forward to my name coming up for a custom. So they are, go check them out. I mean, their pens are just absolutely gorgeous. They're made from acrylic blanks and turned on a lathe. And I'm so impressed. I mean, from what I've seen online, the quality looks just superb, and the people who have been buying the diamond pens seem to be so super happy with them. So I'm looking forward to that, and clearly they're going to replace the 2 polymer clay ones that I bought that I clearly can't find, which is seriously the oddest thing ever. So I guess that's enough of that rambling, huh? Okay. There's a bunch of peas up here. I don't know if you noticed, but on my canvas, oh, here's a couple more. They're all in the same green area. There's a bunch of greens together here. I don't know if you noticed on my canvas, but along the bottom of my canvas, I have a ruler that I put along the edge, this ruler here, that I put along the edge of the bottom so that I get a nice straight edge. And then when I'm done with that, I put it along the side or the top where I'm working, so that I just feel that it helps keep my drills kind of lined up neatly, and then I have a nice straight edge for when I go to frame and cut along. My drills are all in a neat row and not kind of crooked, because I do have a little OCD over that. Yeah, so that's what I do with mine. So if you were wondering, I just bought a cheap plastic ruler. I honestly was going to get kind of a metal one. And it's nice because there's just enough glue on from the outside of the picture, and that it sticks down onto the ruler and just keeps everything kind of nice and straight. Because I do have problems with that. Straight is not my MO, that is for sure. I always envy people who can cut in a straight line, just, you know, by eye. Yeah, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. You guys, I have to tell you, every once in a while, my eye catches the sparkle of these AB diamonds, and oh, goodness sakes, they're so pretty. They are so pretty. I am really loving this. I'm really looking forward to getting this done. I've also been working on Mama Knows Best, Magical Mama. And it's a unicorn that I'm working on for my granddaughter in her room. And she's going to love it. Oops. Oh. You know, every once in a while, these little drills go everywhere. Okay, so the other day, my daughter comes upstairs. And so my daughter lives with me. 3 out of my 4 children live with me. And they range from 28 to 19. And then my grandbaby also lives with me. Let's get a nice color in first. Let's do E, which is number 7. Number 7? No, that's 6. 7. Ooh, a yellow. Pretty. And that's mainly, you know, because things are expensive. And, you know, my kids all work. And, but we're just a good family little unit. And, you know, my house is big enough and my kids live at home so that they have the opportunity to save enough money to buy a house, or, you know, whatever they need to. And my daughter stays at home so that she has had, you know, some help with her daughter, my granddaughter, and just, you know, as a family, we stick together. So anyways, I also, you know, not necessarily cater to my kids, but we all have gifts and talents in our house. And mine is cleaning dishes, clearly, and laundry. I love laundry. I know it sounds so bizarre, but I love laundry. I had to do my own laundry from the time I was 13 or 14. 13, I think. And my mom taught me how to do my own laundry, and after that, she refused to do my laundry. And I had a laundry day that I had to do my laundry, and if I missed it, and it was an inconvenience in the family to do it on a different day, then I just didn't have, you know, laundry. I had to work around a schedule. So anyways, I don't know why I like laundry, but I do. A stain is a challenge to me, and it's so bizarre. Anyways, I love a good load of laundry and clean and, you know, folding it and the smell of clean laundry. And I have a way that I fold things. I have a way that I dry things. I have hang up stuff. I'm a little anal about the laundry. So anyways, my kids don't do their own laundry except for my first son. He does do his own laundry for, I used to do it. because, you know, I just do laundry as it was needed. With a family as big as mine, 6 people, there was a lot of laundry. And here's another really weird, crazy little fact also about me, which my friends think is crazy. We don't use a towel twice in my house. If you use a towel for the shower or the pool or anything, it gets washed. I have enough towels really for everybody to use for probably 3-4 days. And then, you know, do laundry. Cycling towels, I do laundry every day. I truly do laundry every day. And so yes, and mainly it's because towels get used one time. That is not weird. I hope to goodness that there are other people out there that do the same thing I do, because that's not weird. It's not weird. Sippy. So anyway, I do my daughter's laundry, my laundry, my youngest son's, and then, of course, the grandbabies. And my daughter comes to me one day, and she goes, so I just want to tell you that those diamonds from your diamond paintings were in my laundry. She says, actually, no, they were stuck to my butt. And I said, what? I said, how in the world did any get on you? Because, you know, like I diamond paint in bed, right? And she wasn't in my bed. And she goes, I don't know, but they were stuck on my laundry. And I said, nuh-uh, because I fold the laundry on my bed. And yeah, she's like, yeah. So I had one. It was not only stuck to my neck, but I also had one on my butt. And I'm like, well, welcome to my world. And then, of course, little Miss PP, you know, chimes in and she goes, yeah, and don't you remember the one that was stuck on my foot because it was on your floor? I am just making you all sparkly. Just get over yourselves. But then I started to giggle because I'm like, ooh, I wonder if the 19-year-old who works in construction has had some stuck to him as well. And yeah, I had a small little giggle over that because I could just envision him, you know, on the construction site with all the burly guys, and him having something glittery and small stuck to him somewhere. It makes my heart happy. A little giggle. So yes, so now instead of just being in my bed, they have now transferred onto my children's clothes, or at least my daughter's clothes, and my granddaughter's foot. So, oh well. Hazards of living at home, right? Poor things. Yeah. But I do find these diamond paintings in the weirdest places. Like in the crook of my elbow. Yep, in between my toe. Yep. I'm sure all of us who diamond paint, you know, have some funny stories about where they've found a gem or two. Because I really do like to relax in bed, and I take so I'm painting. I don't typically paint on a table. If I do, it's on my drafting table, or, but 90% of the time, I just use a little lap table, and I was just seeing how much time I had. I just use a lap table and go to bed and put my, a light pad underneath my diamond painting, and I have another little craft light on my nightstand, and I shine that on it, and I have the light underneath my diamond painting, and my storage system next to me, and I can sit in bed for an hour or two and catch up on a Netflix show, and yeah, I like it. Now, you know, I've got some pillows, nice pillows that I lay against to just kind of relax. And because I find that if I'm doing it on the table or even the drafting table, I'm hunched over, and I'm hunched over my desk all day long at work. And so, you know, just kind of relaxing against the pillows in bed with the lap pad up over my knees, it works out pretty well. So I like that. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is just coming along so beautifully, and I am just loving the colors of this. Mandie Manzano comes up with some really gorgeous artwork, and I am pretty happy with the colors and how it's coming together. I did a couple of unboxings today as well, and uploaded, and it's another Mandie Manzano kit. I really like mermaids, and of course this one is a mermaid. And I also bought one called Friend of the Maidens, and it's a whale. And then so far I found 3 mermaids in the picture. I'm wondering when I do more, if I will find another one hiding somewhere in the picture. But I can't wait to do that one. Oh my gosh, the colors in that, so pretty. And then I also unboxed a JoJo's art, and that will be the first time that I'll be doing a JoJo's art diamond art kit. And I chose yin yang dragons. And I really thought from the picture that it was going to be a lot of black and white, which, you know, I was okay with. And no, pleasantly surprised. There are purples and blues and a little bit of, little teeny tiny bit of pink in there. I was really surprised that there were not a lot of 310s, which is the black. I was really surprised that there was not that many. There's a bunch of 938s, probably about the same amount of 310s. So not as much black and white as well, that's not true. There's a lot of white. There's a lot of 5200. But it's mostly the background and not in the dragons. And so I might, just because of the colors, like these are bright, bold colors. Mandie Manzano seems to really like the bright, bold colors. And these ones are not as bright. And so I might, I don't know. There's so many kits I have going on right now, shockingly. You know, I used to be a one diamond painting, one stitching kind of girl. You know, like I just do one kit, one cross stitch kit and one diamond painting kit. And in the last little while, there's just been so many, plus some of them have been really, really big, that I have many whips. And I didn't used to be that way. And truly, if I got bored with something, I'd just put it away and I wouldn't, you know, pick it up for a while, which is what's happened with cross stitching, but I am getting back into it pretty nicely, actually. Goodness sake, somebody likes their bass out there, bumping their music. Oh, the youth. I tell you what, I used to do the same thing. And now I just shake my head and say, oh, those young'uns. And then I wonder when I got so old. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So yeah, so I have probably 5 diamond paintings, maybe even 6 diamond paintings on the go right now. I have this Serene Triptych, Serene Siren Triptych. I have Magical Mama going. I have some Christmas elves that are in the same as a Dufflin kit, cross-stitch kit that I bought, and I'm doing a comparison of how much time it takes to do cross-stitch versus diamond painting in the same size, same kit. And then, so that's what, 3. And then I have a black and white beauty that I have going also, just because I was laying in bed one night and I just wanted to do something that was, you know, simple, and I didn't have to pull out like 17 colors in one 2-inch spot to do. So I picked out one of my black and whites, and so I started that. That's a new frog kit, which apparently is now called Cestiles. I think it's called Cestiles. So I'm doing that. So that's 4. And then I have a landscape kit that I bought from AliExpress quite a long time ago that I have sporadically been working on because it is square drills and they are popping on me, and I am just having some issues with. And then I have a lady that I'm doing here that unfortunately I believe is a Nora Mirabilia stolen image. And I've also been working on that for a really long time. Again, square diamonds, and I'm having a really hard time keeping them down. And, you know, I kind of almost feel like it's karma for a stolen image, right? So, yeah. I don't like, and of course, not that it's any excuse, but I did buy these kits well before I even realized what, you know, stolen artwork meant. I didn't know that they had not been licensed to AliExpress stores. I truly didn't know, you know, what AliExpress, I just started diamond painting, and people were saying that, you know, AliExpress, and you just saw these kits, and I really didn't know. And so I do have them. Obviously, I'm going to do them. You know, they're for me, they're not for sale. And many of the kits that I have, I now own the patterns of as well, because I feel that you should give artists due credit where they share, you know, their gifts with us and should be compensated for. So anyways, so that's 5 kits. I feel like I have another one going too. I'm not sure, but yeah. So this is almost at an hour. We're at 53 minutes. Let's finish up these little E's here, and then yeah, finish up those E's and put this kit away for another day. And yeah, so thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure, and I appreciate you all taking your time and watching my progress and listening to me ramble. Please leave a comment in the comments section and let me know if you enjoy these videos, if there's anything that you think you would like to see or I can do better. I did buy a new tripod and tried to get it as close to the diamond painting as possible, so I hope you were able to actually see what was going on. And that was one of my viewers' suggestions, was they couldn't see my diamond painting when I was doing it. So hopefully I've rectified that. Still learning, and hoping that I'm getting better with each video as they're going up, because I'm having so much fun doing this. So anyways, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will be doing another video shortly, I hope, and I will see you in that next one. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.